I thought everybody was like that. So I really thought that everyone was very super confident, could speak up for themselves, didn't take anybody else's shit. I thought this was normal. I just came from a very weird family.
The world does not trust generosity.
That was one of the big reconciliations I had to make in my own chart, was that there are things that are in detriment, and I have to make some peace with them. And the fifth line, of course, you have fifth line energy very strong.
Yes,
so,
I do.
Right. So of course, and like I've always been very careful with my fifth line friends.
You could go, well, they're the authority, they have all the money, they have all the reasons, they are privileged, but it's also, there's a privilege in not making any decisions. And I think that's the bit that people who don't have the 45 do not understand.
The 21 holds the purse strings or directs all of the work. Like if someone is out in the field gathering the wheat, who counts the wheat? That's the 21, right? The 45s can't do that. The 45 is too busy doing, chatting, diplomacy, talking about what we don't have, all of these things. Yeah. And the king and the queen or the royalty are given access to rich resources, right? The best cuts of meat, the finest houses, the finest, because they are hired to do a very special job. And they don't actually own the things because, how do we know that? Because if you have a revolution, ask France, they will cut the heads off of the royalty.
Is the heart, the asset is the ego, the asset is the beating central part, right?
Yeah.
And in many ways, that's really unfair, right? That whole shoot the messenger thing. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with having a defined and motorized throne. I love the way that you describe things. I think your intellect and your voice and the way that you use language and power and heart together are rare and beautiful. As an evolutionary process, we're really being asked to look at how we move with anger and how we establish peace. I don't feel like we're doing a very good job of it as a collective. And so any individual conversation that we can have, which then impacts the fractal and rolls out into the world, is important as far as I'm concerned.
I don't get close to fifth lines for the most part. It's going to be rare because honestly, if you're a miracle maker, a rain maker in my life, and you're a fifth line, I'd prefer to just admire you from afar. I don't actually have to get close. And can we give the fifth line their fucking room? Right? Unless you're my partner, my mate, or something like that, I don't need to really be all up in your life. Like, please, let's just keep the fantasy going. Okay, I don't actually want to know your real shit. To some degree, the fifth line is an actor, a showman, and is here to make a miracle. And they make the miracle, or they have the solution. They sell you the bottle of green fluid, and you do the thing. And now you go fix your stuff. But when you go and see them just picking mangoes or having a meltdown, then you can no longer believe that the medicine that they gave you was good. In shamanism, they call it soul retrieval. It's literally the same process, but in different ways. If human design isn't your stick, great, go find a shaman. If shamanism isn't your stick, go find something else, because all you need to know is that you are here and you have the opportunity to remember yourself.